Billy here. I'm going to go Uncle Cletus on you now. You remember Uncle Cletus? He'd go sit at the kitchen table from you and he'd sit there in his t-shirt and smoking barrels and drinking PBR. I'm going to tell you all about wormens. I know about wormens. Uncle Cletus would lay all kinds of advice on you about the wormens. Oh, you can get a lot of that on the internet. Men going their own way. Yeah, Uncle Cletus, he may have had some wisdom in his own way, but you got to really, sift through it to find any good nuggets, and there's a lot of stuff that's not good. What is it about women's? What's women? What's the deal anyway? Well, what does the Bible say? This all ties together. There's a whole bunch of things all in one lesson. I'm going to make an attempt at it. As I remember it, the good book says that it was not good for man to be alone. Adam was alone. So God caused all the beasts of the field and things that creepeth on the earth and fly through the air to come to him so that he could name them and see if among them would be found a suitable mate. Didn't it say that? Am I misremembering that? Did that say that? That sounds crazy. Why did he do that? What if Adam had settled for something, the sheep, it's real nice looking, soft. Nah. A monkey? The monkey stinks and throws poop. No, that's. I don't think that's what was in mind. What was meant. It doesn't make any sense. A lot of things in the Bible don't make any sense. God sent him on a wild goose chase. God didn't think that he was going to like any of those animals for a suitable partner. Why did he do that? Listen, does things for a reason. Naming things. He wasn't just making up words and putting them on animals willy-nilly all day long. In ancient cultures, this is written by an ancient culture, this account, by revelation, presumably, naming something is totally understanding it, realizing the TOW of the thing, having a complete, thorough understanding of all of its principles, of all of its dynamics, of all of its dimensions, of all of its habits, everything. Adam studied all those animals, and he understood their essence, and then he came up with a name, and then he put that name on it. That's how the language was built. Oh, those are chickens. What's the matter, are you a chicken? Oh, that's a lion. Yeah. Proud. Powerful. Like the Lion of the tribe of Judah. Sheep, goats, bears. Oh, bear. Bruin, midvid. It has bareness. But not only did he see and understand and comprehend the, let's say, the TOW of each animal, he saw them as male and female and how they related to each other and interacted. It's like gender studies. Adam was doing gender studies. 1,000 different variants of a relation between male and female. Weird ones, too. I mean, hyenas, where the female's dominant. That's the exception that proves the rule. He saw every single dimension and every single... It might have took hundreds of years. You don't know how long it took. He got tired and a deep sleep went upon him. That doesn't mean it was all one task. What, he stayed up and named every single animal, understood and studied every one, thousands and thousands of them, and then he got tired? Doesn't make sense. Doesn't mean it's not true. It's mean you don't understand it. He set to the task, and the whole time, I think he's looking for something. But you know what he's looking for. He'd never seen it. You're searching for something, you don't know what it is. It makes a certain mindset. It's how you learn. It's how you understand things. Did he get exasperated? Why am I looking among these animals? I don't know. There's nothing there for me. I don't fit. Things don't make sense. What what does God have me do this wild goose chase for? That's how he teaches you and it prepares you for blessing. Adam got so tired he nodded out. And when he woke up, after studying these gender relations for who knows how long, in every conceivable every conceivable aspect of thousands of different flavors of it. And he woke up and what did he see? What did he say? Wow, this is bone of my bone and flesh of my flesh. This is mine. This is me. This is my counterpart in the feminine world. And he understood it. Now, if he'd hadn't gone through all that looking and all that searching and all that studying, naming the animals, and she just zapped into his life, you think he'd have been able to appreciate her and understand her? God prepares you for blessings. That's how he rolls. And it's hard, and it doesn't make any sense. And the devil takes advantage of that. What's God got you doing this for? He's just wasting your time. Nothing makes any sense, does it? What you need is a shortcut. Oh, he just doesn't want you to know the real true truth, does he? Yeah, that happens too. It happened later. Sometimes things don't make any sense. You doing everything you know to do, and nothing works? Maybe God's preparing you for a blessing. Maybe He's preparing you that He can put you where He wants you, which is something you can't even imagine. That's why you're going through it. That's one theory, anyway, I take comfort in. I could be wrong. It's my opinion, and I'm entitled to it, and you don't have to listen to me or believe it. Maybe some people like it, and you get something from it. I had somebody do that to me once. This crazy guy I knew, he went crazy. He was different. He's an old outlaw biker tramp. And all real serious tramp, man. That guy lived on his motorcycle for years. He looked like the Geico caveman. And he's just a great guy. He's a sweet fella. His wife had just died recently, and one of my friends wanted to look him up and see him. He's living in a barn, an actual barn in South Texas. Somebody let him stay in their barn. It was raining, and we went in there, and it was nice and smelled like hay, and it was nice and dry, and we sat around on the hay bales and talked. I was going through a lot, because I've always gone through a lot with my wife. We're talking about this and that, and all of a sudden, his name's Stanley. I looked up and I saw he just staring at me intensely. Stanley loved God. And even though he was a bit different, he spoke to a lot of people. I mean, you can tell God speaks to that man sometimes. I looked up and I was kind of distraught about things I've been going through. And wondering, it didn't make any sense. It's just going through my head all the time. This doesn't make any sense. I looked up. He's sitting on the straw bale across from me, just staring at me. I looked at him. He goes, "Love don't make no sense. It don't make no sense." That's what he said. He's East Texas river rat. That's how he talked. And then he said his wife had just died not too long ago, and I'd met her. She was a real trip. And he said, my wife is mean and ugly, but I love that woman. It don't make no sense. That's all he said to me. And he told this example of his experience with his wife. Now that sounds like it's just something crazy, but that's exactly what I needed to hear at that time. I know God spoke to me through that old tramp. I don't know if it means anything to you or if it makes any sense to you, but that's just an experience I'm sharing. I'm testifying for what it's worth. Uncle Billy signing out. I'll leave you with that.